Aminata feeding Yvonne, who kicks it out to Chantal. Chantal, no hesitation, lets it fly. Another offensive rebound. KPA are dominating the boards early in this game.
Dumbia drive.
Strong drive, kick out to Yvonne. Yvonne, a turnover, and Melissa is off to the races. She runs to the corner. Beautiful fake drive. Ooh, doesn't get it to go. Rita Aluoch with an offensive board of her own. And she is fouled.
Yeah, Chantel Kiobe picking up that foul, a necessary foul, and still to keep the scores at 0 apiece for the two teams. We are still yet to find the first points of the game. KPA still 0, Equity still 0, with 2 minutes having been played in this game 4.
Rita Aluoch gets one to rattle in, and just like that, we have officially opened the scoring. Rita Aluoch doesn't get the second one to go. There was a lane violation, and Rita will retake that free throw. It was a bit of a late call. Let's see if Rita can redeem herself, and she gets it to sink. Makes it 2-0 for Equity. In Equity going into a full court pressure. Chantal out to Yvonne. Yvonne thought about it, kicks it out to Chantal. No hesitation again. And again, too strong. Rebound is controlled by Rita, and Betty Canano is off. Kicks it out to Liz. Liz pulls it back out. Betty Canano sees an opening, looks to drive. It's knocked straight into Melissa's hands, and Melissa gets nothing but net.
The first 3-point shot for the game. Melissa today has found her stroke early. Yesterday, a bit of a struggle from beyond the arc, and even for the KPA Dockers, we saw before that possession, Kiobe attempted a 3. Yesterday, she also wasn't very good, despite being a very prolific 3-point shooter in this league.
That was a tough shot by Grace with a hand in her face. Doesn't get it to go, and Betty Canano gets an easy line straight to the basket.
And that's how the Equity Hawks need to play. They have to find their star player quite early. They have to get her fired up, and that way she'll keep them in a good position to win this game. If at all they have to proceed.
As Equity Hawks jump out to a 7-0 lead, Alima drive kick. Chantal, she's fouled by Melissa. That was a beautiful fake by Chantal, and Melissa picks up a foul. There's a stoppage on the court as the referee goes to consult with the scores table. I think both teams look pretty calm. I don't see much of tension.
The KPA Dockers look a bit relaxed, perhaps because they have a lead in the series. Equity Hawks have started the way they actually should start, 7-0 start. And but the game is still too young.
We have an inbound at the sideline, KPA ball. Chantal Kiobe into Yvonne. Yvonne to Grace. Grace to Alima at the wing, looking, probing, passing. Chantal. Oh, and referee Jack Maneno calls a 3-second violation against Yvonne. He seemed to be under the impression that she had built a kiosk inside the paint.
Yeah, perhaps she was starting. She was trying to start early in the post. She had a lot of success in yesterday's game, deep in the paint.
Alima strong drive, doesn't get it to go. She thought she was fouled, but the ref thought otherwise. Melissa is off the races. Melissa gets to the rim, dumps it off to Rita. Kambua in the corner with the long arcing 3 and gets it to go.
Well, Kambua was excellent from 3-point shot in the first half of yesterday's game. Cooled off a bit in the second half, but now she's doing the same thing she did in yesterday's game first half, and that is the way to go for the Hawks.
Tough drive by Chantal. She had nowhere to go. Oh, and she throws up a prayer and it's answered. Maybe today is Sunday. I guess she went to church in the morning before coming here.
She went bank, so I'm not sure. Equity made a special arrangement to have the bank open for her.
And a timeout by KPA. Oh, no, it wasn't a timeout. There seemed to be a bit of confusion between the referee and the scores table. But we are underway. Nizokumu being hounded by Alima. It's good to see Alima back after picking up that ankle injury. Betty Kananu again with another drive. She changes hands, doesn't get it to go. Aminata out to Alima. Alima, excellent effort to save it. Ball is tapped around and Equity come up with it, and Rita is off to the races. She goes for a layup, she misses. Kambua is fouled by Chantal Kiobe, and that will send her to the line.
The KPA Dockers came up with a steal and failed to convert on their possession. And now Equity Hawks also came up with a steal after the KPA Dockers failed. But they get a chance now to get 2 points from the charity stripe. A timeout is called. First timeout of the game.
Okay, so now it is officially a timeout.
Indeed.
Coach Millie has seen enough and wants to have a word with her team. Scores are 10-2 favor Equity. We are in the first quarter of this elimination game, or possibly elimination game. Earlier on, just before this, we had a game between Congo Nets and Don Bosco, which Congo Nets successfully eliminated Don Bosco, and now as a result of that, have been promoted to Division 1.
So Congo Nets will be going to the finals, right, Chanel?
Yes, Congo Nets will be playing in the finals. We are still waiting for the outcome of the Cabal versus Kisi game to know who Congo Nets will be playing. But at least they are guaranteed of a spot in Division 1 next season. That is really nice to see.
Indeed, it has been a journey for the young boys from Congo Nets. I personally interacted with them. I've seen their growth development from the NBA League and now to the Division 2. They struggled a bit, failed, came up short in last season, and now they have a chance to at least face the big boys up there in Division 1. But still, the job is not done. There's a trophy to be won, Tranel.
Yes, definitely. I mean, just qualifying for Division 1 should not be enough, as Kambua gets both free throws to sink, and the scores are 12-2. Nice full court pressure by Equity. Rita with the acrobatic deflection. You know, maybe she was inspired by the recent feats of the Harambee Stars.
She wants the 2 million.
Well, she just has to talk to the CEO, James Mwangi, about that. Alima with a strong drive, dump inside to Yvonne. A lot of contact, the referee waves play on. There was a lot of contact on that particular drive, but the referee, he deemed it all fair and square. Ball is inbounded to Aminata, who flips it over to Celine. She uses the pick. Goes out to Alima. Alima is fearless with those drives, but since yesterday they haven't been dropping. They really dropped for her in game 1. Hopefully she'll be able to get her groove. Melissa to Betty. Betty thought about it, and she chooses to drive instead. I felt she had the wide open shot. She should have taken it.
Indeed, the shot should have been taken when she had it. And now the KPA Dockers has a chance to make it 4 points.
And they do with Yvonne banking in yet another basket. Yeah. Today, KPA, they're heavy on the bank. Melissa, baseline 3, in and out. Oh, she got an unlucky bounce there. As Aminata brings it up. Aminata to Alima. Alima, ooh, she threw the pass where her teammate was not. Melissa with the fake, and Aminata with the defensive play as Betty Kananu picks up her first foul. Big defensive play by Aminata to prevent Equity going up.
And just before that, we saw that Dumbia tried to sneak in a pass to Grace Irebo, but the pass came way too low and a bit far away from where Irebo was standing. But that notwithstanding, we saw that Dumbia stood there and did not go back for the to play defense for our team. And that body language from Dumbia should be discouraged as early as can if at all KPA Dockers want to win this game.
Ooh, there was a lot of contact, and the referee on the floor calls the second foul on Betty. That is huge. Betty Kananu has picked up 2 fouls quick in the first quarter. Oh, that is really huge.
Coach Ben Oloch has now a decision to make with his star player having picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter as Irebo banks in yet another shot.
Betty Kananu was zigzagging. Somebody would think that she is in Nairobi traffic, trying to get around cars. And Yvonne with foot deflection as Equity retained possession. 17 seconds on the shot clock. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Melissa with a show and go, and she gets hacked by Celine. I think Celine bailed her out because she didn't have that angle to put up a shot. And because of the moment she felt the contact, she attempted to flip it up. It's going to be interesting to see whether, the referees have awarded her 2 free throws. That's a smart veteran move by Melissa Akinyi.
And yet again, there's another stoppage. There are so many stoppages in the first quarter.
I can't seem to understand what the referee is telling the coaches. He's putting up his hand, number 4. I don't know what that is to indicate, whether it's a player or team fouls. I don't know. Anyway, we will figure it out. Melissa Akinyi at the line gets the first one to go. Man, that, with the follow through on her shot, the way she shoots it and the ball is spinning, I'm pretty sure the ball gets dizzy every time she shoots it.
But that's the perfect way to make a jump shot, free throw rather in this occasion. The ball spinning so well.
Melissa Akinyi did just enough to confuse Grace a bit, and last touch by Grace Irebo.
And Samasek with great court vision to see Irebo all the way down in the court to the court there, but Irebo just couldn't get a hold of the ball as Selena breaks free but misses. Elizabeth.
Now Selena has the ball.
sister.
And she's hacked by Melissa and will go to the charity stripe. Phil, stop confusing the sisters, please.
They're both Okumus, so it gets a bit tough.
Okay, then you're
to memorize.
Then you better just say Okumu.
I'll try my best.
Okay. Selena Okumu at the line for 2.
I got the point earlier.
No, I'm just reminding you, bro. As she misses the first one, it's interesting that both teams are in a full court press, like whenever the ball is inbounded on the side.
And KPA have felt the need to press Equity Hawks despite being down, because they saw that the Hawks were running away with it quite early, and they had to put some pressure to get some of the steals like they just have now. And Okumu drives.
She doesn't get it to go. Nice move by Celine.
can see that the pressure from full court press is bearing fruits for the Dockers. Now they're able to get open chances running straight to the rim.
Yeah, as a result of an inherent entry pass by Didi Ewere that resulted in that turnover, as Jemima Knight checks in for Melissa Akinyi. Ooh, Celine has missed 3 in a row from the line. Celine gets the second one to drop. Kambua to Val, who assumes temporary point guard duties, hands it over to the rightful point guard, Jemima. Jemima under pressure almost gives a turnover. Val with a wide open shot and gets it to sink, makes it 16-7 with 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter.
A very low scoring first quarter for the KPA Dockers.
Unlike yesterday,
where they started, yesterday they started strong from the post.
Yesterday they were firing on all
And the
cylinders.
referee calls an offensive foul there.
Grace cannot believe it. She's standing there in utter bewilderment. Her hands on her hips, and she walks to the bench very dejectedly. She cannot believe that call. Liz out to Jemima. Jemima looking for the entry pass to Val. She doesn't have the angle. Kicks it out to Didi Were. To Kambua. Kambua looks for an option. Back to Didi Were. Didi Were puts the ball on the floor, and it's deflected out of bounds, and Equity retain possession with 6 seconds on the shot clock and 1 minute 27 seconds left in this first quarter. The entry pass is stolen by Vilma. Vilma pushing the pace, tries the give and go with Alima. As Knockout gets it back, ball out to Yvonne. Yvonne loses her footing, and Equity come up with it, and Jemima is off to the races. Kicks it out to Didi. Didi squeezes it in, and the scores are 18-7. Oh!
Vilma almost coming up with a highlight play there.
Velma sends Didi Were to the floor. If only she would have finished that play.
That would have warranted a replay.
But I think the move still can warrant a replay. Maybe in the first half highlights.
As long as you edit out where it misses.
Oh, KPA cannot seem to buy a free throw today. They are really struggling at the charity stripe. And in an elimination game, KPA are not playing with the urgency, of wanting to get this done with. Because Phil, if the game goes to tomorrow it's anyone's game. It just depends on who wants it more. Tomorrow there's no cushion of I have the lead, there's another game.
No, they always say that the closeout game is always the hardest game to play because one, you have to fight yourselves. You have to fight yourselves because you tend to be a little bit more relaxed than usual when you have the lead. And two, you also have to fight your opponent who is coming a bit more pressure to you. So the closeout game usually proves out to be very tough for the team that is ahead.
Yeah, Equity are definitely playing with the urgency that is required for a team facing elimination. We have 44 seconds left in this quarter. 39 and counting. Aminata with the off-balance layup. There's a scramble for the ball, and Valk comes up with it, and Liz is off to the races. Out to Jemima. Didi Were thinks about it. Oh, she took too much of time and wasn't aware of the defender. Oh, there was a foul right there. As Alima Dumbia is whacked hard, they made sure that ball had no chance of going up.
Yeah, Didi took too much of a sweet time to set up that shot. And she forgot that there was a Docker player who hadn't returned on defense. Coming up and sneaking to tap the ball out of her hands.
and she got caught napping.
Yeah, the nap took a bit too long.
And finally, KPA get a free throw to sink. They had been on a scoring drought. Halima Dumbia at the line. She calmly sinks them both. Expressionless. She's totally locked in. Jamima Knight out to Val. Oh, Val, she ran into a bit of trouble as the full court press by KPA seems to pay dividends.
Yeah, the coach for Equity Hawks, a very stressed man from the sidelines. You can see there.
Let me tell you, the only time you'll see a coach smiling is when they're up by 50. Otherwise, even if you're up by 40, that's still not enough. Aminata, with nowhere to go, throws it out of bounds. Because I don't know whether that was a layup attempt or she just threw it out of bounds.
She tried to go under, but she lost her balance a bit. But Aminata is playing out of character a bit here. We see that she's not moving the ball like we are used to seeing her doing. She's trying to play hero ball, and that I think is not her best suit to play for the KPA team.
Scores are 18-9. We come to the end of the first quarter. Yesterday we were talking about the body language of certain teams, and today KPA's body language seems totally off. Their bench is not engaged. They are not being the sixth man. Whereas on the other hand, the Equity bench is very active. It's very engaged. It's very loud. They are helping their team out, and they are encouraging them, and that normally plays a huge role.
Yeah, indeed. You need energy from all places. You need it from the players. You need it from the bench, and you also need it from the fans.
Yes.
And right now, the KPA Dockers seem to be very docile, just
dormant.
It feels like they're just okay with whatever results come out of it.
I would not want to, if I was the KPA Dockers, I would want to show some urgency and not allow this to go to a game 5. Game 5 is anyone's game. In Kenya, this is for our international viewers. In Kenya, we have a saying, Anaga shingo, bado anapumua. And right now, KP are giving Equity a lot of breathing space.
And Equity Hawks take advantage of that, because KPA still seem to be lacking in energy, and we are yet to see if they'll pick it up in the second quarter. But Equity Hawks, I feel that Equity Hawks hasn't even maximized on the many opportunities that the KPA Dockers have given them so thus far.
And we are about to begin the second quarter. Scores are Equity Hawks 18, KPA Dockers 9. You drop a comment and tell us where you're watching from and who you think is going to win this game. And also, just for the fun of it, who you think is going to be the top scorer in this game? And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We apologize about that. There was a power outage in the KPA gymnasium, but it has been restored and we are back live. As KPA get the jumper to go, scores are 18-11.
Well about that jump shot there to take KPA above double digits.
Ball out to Halima. Halima straight line drive. And a foul is called on Didi. Oh, that was a questionable call. She seemed to be standing straight and in position. But the referee's decision is always final.
You can see substitutions for the KPA Dockers. They have gone to the veteran players. Natalia Kenyi, Selina Okumu and Vilma. Together with Dumbia, we see that there's a change in the way they are playing. They are putting a lot more pressure now, going to the rim rather than settling for shots.
Also, they have brought in the young, talented Barbara Diana. Barbara Diana just recently was playing for the 3x3 Kenya team. So she's also a very tough player. Ball inbounded to Betty Kananu, being guarded by Natalie. Betty Kananu looking for options, crossing, turning, and kicks the ball out to Melissa. Rita gets a trip to the charity stripe, and she's fouled by Barbara Diana. Oh, that was way off. For Equity, every point, for both teams, every point must count. As Rita misses both, but Equity come up with the ball. Betty with a step back three, too strong, and it goes out of bounds.
Kananu still struggling. The struggle is carrying over from game 3 now, early into the game 4. She's still yet to find her place in this game.
Ball inside to Velma, turns, shoots, misses, rebound is controlled, long outlet, beautiful transition play. And Rita misses the point blank layup. Oh my God. I'm sure Coach Ben, Barbara Diana with the three, she doesn't get it to go, but she chases down her rebound, stopped out of bounds.
Rita is running the floor very well, but her finishing is where she's having a great challenge, because every time the Hawks are on transitions, she seems to beat her defender with pace. She gets there fast, but unfortunately doesn't get to convert.
So you're saying finishing is where she draws the line?
And that line seems to be marked in red.
There was a battle for the boards, and Equity come up with it. Val, no hesitation, lets it fly and gets it to drop.
No hesitation, 3-point shot by Valerie Kemunto.
Scores are 21-13. Natalie calling out their play horns. She almost turns it over, finds an option in Celine. Long inbound pass, and there's a fight for it. Equity Hawks come up with the possession. That was an inerrant pass by Celine. She didn't have the right angle or trajectory for that pass.
And the Dockers now are trying to take advantage of the size disparity. We see that almost all their possessions, they are going to the post. They're trying to post up. They're hunting the smaller Equity players and trying to post them up.
Betty Kananu wide open three, doesn't get it to go. Valerie there for cleanup duty, and she gets fouled. She goes to the line.
Kemunto very mad with herself, missing wide open 3-point shots. They don't even touch the rim.
Yeah, and you can see Liz and Melissa, they're telling Betty to keep her head up and to keep on shooting.
Yeah, shooters shoot.
Shooter shoot. As Val misses. 6:45 left in this second quarter. Val gets the second one to drop. There's a substitution as Kambua checks back in. And Grace checks in also. Grace has been a bit frustrated in this game, hasn't gotten anything to go.
But Grace is one of the better post players that KPA can go to. She's very skilled at the post.
Yeah.
So if there are strategies to go to the post, then Grace seems to be the right person to do that job.
And it has been a battle all game, all series long between Grace and Val. As that pass is deflected and Melissa comes up with it, she's off to the races. She flips it up. She didn't have the angle. It was a kind of a wild shot. The referees seemed to deliberate. They were not sure who had the last touch.
The baseline referee had to consult.
Yeah, and I think that's the right thing. If you're not sure, consult with your fellow referee so that you make the best decision possible.
Yeah, it seems that the ball was touched and Melissa was trying to make that shot. Possession remains with the Hawks.
Val Ambua looking for options. She gets one in Liz, wide open. Baseline 3 doesn't get it to go. Oh, that was an ugly possession right there by Equity. As we see Rachel Wandago checking in. Aminata calling out a play. Nice crossover. Ball out to Celine. Celine looking to put the moves on Betty. Drives, flips it up. And she gets bailed out by Val. In that particular possession, I don't think that she had the angle. And that ball was definitely not going in. So Valerie Kemunto throws her a lifeline. Oh, Celine struggles from the line continue. KPA haven't been able to get any momentum so far in this game. They haven't gotten something that is working for them consistently. And finally, Celine must have heard me, and she gets the second. You see, it is not the commentator's jinx.
She missed the first free throw.
but I commented after she missed, and then she made the second one.
Oh. Yeah, we see still KPA
having 3 by Melissa, too strong on the iron. As the rebound is controlled by KPA, and Rachel is off to the races. Kicks it out to Celine. Celine looking, driving, well contested by her sister Liz, as Melissa is off the other way. Melissa options, fakes, tries to bank it in, doesn't get it to go. But Betty Kananu is there to do the municipal county work of cleanup, and she gets it to go.
Yeah, anytime a player is struggling, you try to find the easiest way to see the ball go through the net. So Betty Kananu is now trying every way she can to see the ball drop into the net, and probably should get us into this game.
Beautiful step back 3 by Aminata. Somewhere in the US, Steph Curry must be very proud.
Yeah, Steph Curry.
Lovely give and go between Betty and Val, and they get the basket drop. Basic basketball, lovely, beautiful, basic basketball right there by the Equity Hawks. Scores are 17-26. 4 minutes, 44 seconds left in this second quarter. Remember, this is game 1 of our double header. Grace Irebu is subbed out, and she is not very pleased with it, as we have a foul on the floor.
Kemunto picks that foul, and she's quickly subbed out.
Yeah, like the last things you'd want is for Val to get in foul trouble. Wide open shot by Aminata, doesn't get it to drop, and the rebound is controlled by Equity, and Liz is off to the races, and Look at her flying spin move. She contorts herself, doesn't get it to drop. And KPA come the other way with Aminata setting the pace. She sees an opening, drives. Oh, she blows the layup. And there's a fight for the ball down low. And it results in a common ball. And KPA retain possession.
KPA seem to be very frustrated now.
Yeah, you know, as I said, like, they haven't gotten anything to work for them so far. Like, there's nothing consistent that they're doing. You see, with Equity, every possession, they are moving the ball, they are running in transition. KPA are yet to find their groove. Liz being guarded by Rachel, out to Melissa. Melissa looking for options. Betty comes off the screen and she sees the angle, she drives. There's a lot of contact, but the referee waves play on. Chantal Kiobe is off to the races, comes the other way, says to pull it out, kicks it out to Aminata. Aminata crossing, passing. Rachel, wide open shot, doesn't get it to go, as Melissa lets it go out of bounds so that they can retain the possession. Ball out to Kambua, looks for options, gets one in Liz. Melissa, she launches one from deep, doesn't get it to go. Aminata pushing the pace. Beautiful feed in.
Oh, what a pass by Samaseki.
Beautiful feed. Somewhere, John Stockton or Jason Kidd must be looking and are very proud of her.
Yeah, she fooled the defenders, going one way and passed in the opposite direction. Melissa.
Wide open shot to Betty. Oh, Betty can't get it to drop.
That was a big box out by Yvonne to make sure that they get that
beautiful change of hands by Minata, and she misses it point blank. Yvonne with an acrobatic save, but the ball goes out of bounds and Equity get the possession. That was a beautiful move, $100 move and a 10-cent finish by Aminata.
Yeah, but interesting enough, Aminata is getting to the rim almost at will. But yeah. I think the height is what is giving her a problem, so she has to.
I don't know, you know, because sorry to cut you short. In that particular possession, she was all alone. She just blew that layup.
Perhaps it's the technique.
Yeah, perhaps the technique of the finishing. I don't know. On the other end, Betty Kananu with a beautiful crossover and leans into the body and draws the foul from Yvonne. That's a veteran play right there.
Yeah, going for contact. She saw that the defender had not established herself well enough, and she went for the contact. The first free throw is good by Kananu. 27-19, still the scores. 2 minutes left to play in the first half.
And just a second one to drop also. Some full court pressure by Equity. Oh, Rachel almost got trapped. Aminata charging. Beautiful dish again to Yvonne.
Oh, Yvonne being a recipient.
Aminata and Yvonne, they seem to have something going. You see, like earlier on when I was saying that KPA haven't found something that's working, finally I think that combination right there is working for them.
And that duo seems to be working very well.
This is the kick out to the wide open shot by come on the base. Oh, too strong. And the rebound is controlled. Outlet pass to Chantal, wide open layup, and they get it to go. And Coach Ben quickly calls a timeout.
Yeah, KPA going on a 6-0 run there, forcing turnovers on the Hawks. And now they find themselves even closer to the Hawks, who had a very big lead in the second quarter.
At some point, the Hawks had an 11-point lead that's been cut down to 5.
Impressive play by the Dockers to get themselves back into this game.
You know, and sometimes all it needs is one energy play, you know, either one save, one block, one crossover, just to get the energy going. And KPA, like right now, the energy levels seem to be high and way better.
I think the flashiness of those passes by Aminata brings a lot of life to the Dockers and even gets the fans more involved now, because the fans, when the lead is very big, the fans seem to zone out. But when highlight plays like that are made, they now get some life and the support grows even bigger.
Aminata showing us the true meaning of the term floor general.
Very good at her job.
So far, she has been the only, well, not the only, but she has been one of the few bright spots in the KPA Docker side.
But even when you look at her, there's the I want it factor in her. She's playing like she wants it, and it is showing in her game.
Yeah, she's playing with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion, trying to get her teammates to follow suit.
That is great leadership, considering how young she is and all the players that she's playing with.
Liz has her pocket picked, and KPA come down with it. Looking for options. Aminata taking matters into her own hands and launching a three and gets it to go. And then with the hand sign, today she's fired up. Today she's playing with passion. Today she's playing with psych.
This just could be her game, you know.
Ball is skipped across to Kambua, back to Liz. Oh, I must comment about Liz's hairstyle. Man, that is one long hairstyle. Liz, beautiful move by Liz Okumu. Beautiful move, the way she contorted her body and adjusted with a double clutch. Beautiful move.
Yeah, going back to her hair, there's a fairy tale story. I think it's Rapunzel or something. I read that a very long time ago when I was still a kid. And Kambua also has a very long hairstyle. I wonder if it affects the way they play.
I think not, because so far they have been playing pretty well. As Betty Kananu heads to the charity stripe yet again. Fun fact, I would want to know by the end of this game by the end of this half how many free throws Betty Kananu would have attempted. I think this is probably 8 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Kananu, it seems like her shot is missing, so the best way that she can be helpful to her team is just to try to force matters.
Yeah, something has to work, and you have to find a way of helping your team somehow and getting yourself in the game. And if you're only limiting yourself to shooting, beautiful hustle play by Yvonne, and she seems to have landed on Kambua. And that was a tough fall, as Kambua seems to be in a lot of pain as the team doctor comes rushing over. So earlier on I was saying about you can't limit yourself to being just a shooter, because if they take away your shot, how else would you help the team? Like, what value are you adding to the team on offense? And Betty is doing an amazing job of putting the ball on the floor and trying to make something happen.
And going back to shots, the three ball has a way of betraying you when you need it the most.
Yeah.
So over-reliance on the three-point shot can sometimes be your biggest undoing if you're a basketball player. You have to learn to play in many different ways.
Kambua seems to be in a lot of pain, and this is really beautiful by the KPA team doctor assisting Kambua to get to the other side. Beautiful show of sportsmanship.
From the replay, you can see that Yvonne landed on her ankle as she was trying to dive for the ball, and that must be very painful.
As she's being carried to the bench by the team doctor and the team manager. Betty Kananu looking to split the defense. Doesn't happen. And more bodies flying. Bodies are crashing all over. My God.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of work for the guys in the laundry department after this game. With the amount of dirt on the Jazz, 19 seconds left to play in the first half. Equity is still in the lead.
Aminata with the three, gets it to go. Aminata is feeling it today.
Yeah,
Aminata has come to play. She has come to play. She's feeling it today.
Back-to-back three-point shots by Aminata Samaseku. And she's now being the leader for the Dockers.
As they cut the lead down to a 2-point game.
And this is the end of the first half. 31-29 the scores. Equity Hawks still holding on to the lead despite KPA's rally back. And now as we head for the halftime break, you see the teams there having their discussions and try perhaps to give you some highlights of the first half.
Stay tuned for the second half. We'll be right back. This is the time where you can go and grab your refreshments or whatever it is you need to get comfortable. And we'll be right back with the second half. Right, and we are back to kick off this second half of the first game of our double header. Equity to inbound, and this gets us started in this second half. Being hounded by Alima, out to Melissa. Oh, almost a turnover. Oh, Melissa sends. Aminata seems to be spending a lot of time on the floor at the beginning of the second half.
Oh, a lot of bodies going on the ground there.
And this whole game we have had bodies flying all over the place. As you said, today the laundry department has their work cut out for them. Ball kicked out to Yvonne. Alima wide open shot and gets it to drop. And the KPA Dockers are picking up just where they left off. And they finally take the lead, their first lead of this game.
That 3-point shot by Alima Dumbia. Pass from Samaseko to Yvonne.
Cross, it doesn't get it to go. She flips it up, doesn't get it. Oh, highly contested shot as Chantal is off to the races. Pass out to Alima. Alima jumper, doesn't get it to go. And the rebound is chased down. And Gangan is off to the races. She anticipated that foul even way before she was hit. She had already anticipated that she was going to be fouled. And I think Chantal should have just closed off the driving lane, but instead sends her to the line. As Monin gets the first one to drop to make it a tie game. And she calmly sinks them both. Aminata looking to put the moves. This is a closely contested game. Corner shot doesn't get it. There seems to be a bit of dispute among the players on who touched the ball last. Melissa Kini inbounds it to Monin, who sees an opening, decides to pull out, looking for help, looking for options. She doesn't get one, and Yvonne comes up with it and is off to the races. Will she go all the way? That is a blocking foul, and a very smart foul. Way before Yvonne could gather the ball and get to the rim. As Yvonne gets the first one to drop. And calmly sinks them both. Now, this is the elimination game that we wanted to see. A close game, highly contested. Melissa step back three. Nothing but money. Nothing but money. She took the step back, planted her feet, and delivered. Chantal Kiobe to Yvonne. Yvonne looking to put the moves on Rita. Spins, turns. Rita blocks it out of play. As KPA retain possession with 12 seconds on the shot clock.
And you can see that the two teams are now exchanging the lead ever since KPA went ahead on that 3-point shot.
Beautiful give and go. Oh, I felt like Aminata should have attempted the shot. I felt like Aminata should have attempted that. That wasn't the wisest decision by her. She tried to do a bit too much and got burnt. Liz being hounded by Alima kicks it off to Monin. Monin now being hounded by Aminata. with nowhere to go, looking for options. Gets one in Melissa. Melissa lets it fly, too strong. Ball did not touch the rim. The clock has not reset. It ends up in a turnover, and Halima is off, racing down the floor. She pulls up, gets a wide open Chantal. Chantal lets it fly.
Oh.
Nothing but the bottom of the net by Chantal Kiobe. Beautiful stroke. Betty Kananu comes the other way looking for options. Finds one in Melissa. Melissa from way deep.
Oh!
And Melissa with the 3 and the hand sign after that.
Every time the KPA Dockers go ahead, Equity respond in kind, and now they're 2 points up.
Man, this is like a boxing match between two heavyweight greats.
Oh, beautiful
You know,
cross.
they're exchanging blows,
Yeah.
blow for blow.
Yeah.
And as the fans, this is the type of game that we want to see. This is the type of game that we are excited for.
Kiobe with a nice dish to Yvonne there to tie the game at 39 apiece.
But Kananu step back. Ooh, doesn't get it to go. She was looking for options. She didn't get one with the shot clock winding down.
Again, the 3 ball has just refused to drop for Betty Kananu. Struggling from beyond the arc as Kiobe checks out. And in comes Becky Nkata, yet another 3-point shooter for the KPA Dockers.
Yvonne lets it fly, doesn't get it to go a bit too strong. The rebound is controlled by KPA. Aminata crossing, weaving, driving with a scoop layup and is fouled. Hard, tough foul right there. But hey, this is the playoffs, so there's nothing easy.
Yeah, Minata's very familiar with the ground. She's getting put to the floor every time, but she's still very persistent in finding her way to the rim there.
That was another very smart foul by Monin. Aminata rattles the first one in. Now this is the type of desire that we were expecting to see in an elimination game. Calmly sinks the second one. KPA are going in a full court man-to-man. Nice backdoor by Val, but she doesn't get it to drop as Aminata controls things as KPA head the other way. Be closely guarded, she calls out a play. Season opening at the baseline, drives, kicks. Barbara Diana is fouled on the ground. Some Equity players think that she traveled, but the referee decides the foul came first. Barbara Diana doesn't get the second one to drop as Liz quickly flings it the other way. Melissa got trapped, had nowhere to go. And Halima looking to put the moves, drives to a strong right hand, doesn't get it to drop, and Melissa fights for that rebound, comes up with it, off to Liz, back to Melissa. They have a few seconds to cross, which she does. She's being hounded, fouled by Becky Nkata.
Melissa forcing her way there. She seems very fatigued, boarding up Becky Nkata and forcing the foul there.
She really had, for that particular possession, for her trip to the free throw line, she fought tooth and nail for it.
Yeah, hard-fought possession there. Now getting a chance to at least rest before she takes her 2 free throws.
She calmly sinks the first one. Melissa is silently having a very efficient game. She's having a very good game. She a bit too strong in the second one. Becky Nkata with a outlet pass to Vovo, is running the floor beautifully and gets it to drop.
Again, the KPA Dockers big men are running the floor, and they seem to be faster than the Equity Hawks defenders. Marine misses, and rebound secured by the Dockers.
Becky Carter sets her feet, launches, doesn't get it to go. I think she took a long while to get that shot off. Liz being hounded, and beautiful defense, nice pressure defense by Alima that has the whole bench fired up.
Backcourt violation there by the Equity Hawks, and the KPA Dockers have turned up the pressure on the full court press. Equity Hawks having trouble crossing the ball over to the next half, and good things are happening for the KPA Dockers with a 3-point lead over the Hawks. And coach
Ben
Olwatch
is forced to call a timeout.
Now has to re-strategize there.
As you can see, some of the replays of the beautiful shooting by both teams. I think Yvonne has given the KPA Dockers some really good minutes, and she is rising to the occasion.
Very good play from Yvonne, very physical and very active.
Yeah, well, this is an elimination game. No one wants to play tomorrow. Okay, well, Equity, they want to play tomorrow. But KPA, if they have their way with it, they're like, nope, this is ending today.
Yeah, you want as much rest as you can before you go to the finals.
Yeah, which, by the way, the finals are scheduled to start next weekend. So what you're saying is true. Because right now, Z-Tech finished their series yesterday, and they are resting, while KPA are still grinding it out. So who will it be, KPA or Equity? Well, we have a few minutes to find out.
Yeah, the game is still quite close, and anyone could take it at this point. So it's very hard to make a prediction that will be accurate.
Ball is in Monet Yvonne. Nice drive, kick out by Natalie to Barbara. Becky looking for an option, finds one. Natalie, nice fake, has to launch it because the shot clock was winding down. That was good awareness of the shot clock by the veteran Natalie, though not good execution by the Dockers on that possession. Jemima Knight brings the ball up, chooses not to use the screen, gets it to Rita to the wing. Liz, who comes back to the middle of the court, hand off to Melissa, and an obstruction foul is called on Yvonne.
And again, Melissa taking her time. Her possessions seem to be taking too much energy from her.
Well, I would say that if Equity are going to win, they need all the energy. This is literally win or go home.
Yeah, she's sacrificing her body, taking a pounding every time she tries to make her way to the cup there.
She is the captain, so she has to lead from the front.
Yeah, and good things seem to be happening with every trip that she makes to the free throw line. She sinks the first one.
Yeah, in her last trip, she split the pair. Let's see what the outcome will be this time. And she calmly sinks the second. You see, Phil, I tell you, it is not the commentator's jinx. Natalie out to Becky. Becky with a drive, and it's blocked out of bounds. There is a dispute on the call. Maybe the replay can show us something.
Yeah, Yvonne not convinced by the referee's decision. And the referee is convinced to change the direction where he had pointed initially.
Let's see what decision will come up.
And the fan pressure is also mounting, so the referee is in a very tough spot here.
There are some things that are best only experienced if you're here at the gymnasium.
And this is one of the reasons why a home game is very important. You can even mount pressure on the referee to change his decision.
Alima missing yet another point-blank layup. Liz out to Melissa.
And unsportsmanlike foul is called there.
On Val.
Valerie seems to be very frustrated. She picked 2 quick fouls earlier in the game, and now on her return, she picks an unsportsmanlike foul. So it seems like the KPA Dockers are getting into her head.
Oh, Valerie Kemonto has fouled out of this ball game. That is huge for Equity. You know, in a game where there's this much of pressure and tension, you really need to keep your calm, especially if you're one of the more dependable players. And Val has been playing well this whole series.
Yeah, she's a very good player, and considering that she is the, she gives some rest to the other big men, it will be now a very difficult task for the remaining big men, because they'll be having no substitutions, and also they have to be very careful on how they pick their fouls. Now from this point moving forward, we'll have to look at the foul situation for the Equity Hawks big men, and also they are losing on the jump shooting that Valerie Kemunto brings in, because she's a very good jump shooter, especially from the mid-range.
Oh, that is huge for Equity.
Becky with a strong drive, but comes up short there.
With the shot clock winding down, 1 second to go. And they don't get it off in time. In that possession, there was lack of awareness of the shot clock.
Natalie telling the bench to come down. She has been here long enough and she's seen much. It happens. She's trying to come.
Jemima Knight out to Rita. Rita with nowhere to go. He puts the ball on the floor.
Steps out.
It steps out of bounds.
Pressure mounting on the visiting side. The fans cheering. Full court press. A lot of pressure for the Hawks. They find themselves trailing by 3 points.
Alima with yet another drive and another miss. Today her drives are not falling as she asks for a substitution.
It's very interesting. Many players would rather not look at the coach after they make a mistake, but Alima actually asked for a substitution in a game that she has been playing very well.
Nice defense. Alima seems to have Liz on lockdown, because that's the second turnover the first.
Okay. Nice pass there.
With Yvonne running the floor and getting rewarded for her efforts. Ball into Didiwere. Didiwere looking to post turn. There was a lot of contact on that, and yes, I agree that that was a foul.
Yeah, there was a lot of holding down below there.
Even you know, it's in the rare occasions like in this one where Barbara Diana, she acknowledges that she had fouled. You know, because most often than not, players always dispute.
But there was a very good footwork there by Didi to lose Barbara, and Barbara had no choice but to foul her.
Yeah, that was amazing patience.
Again, pressure mounting from the fans there. Didi alone, but accompanied by opponents from the outside. You see if she gets to sink on the second try. 47-42. And she misses, succumbing to the fan pressure.
As Velma taps the rebound to herself. Natalie Beautiful look again. Yvonne running the floor, but this time she's not rewarded as Jemima Knight quickly brings the ball down the other side. Tries to go all the way, doesn't get it to go. And the ball is carried around, bodies flying on the floor.
And Velma complaining to the referee
that someone was holding a leg.
but the game is
Beautiful
playing.
pass by Natalie.
But Velma running the floor. You can see there a lot of hard work by the KPA bigs to run the floor.
Whenever your big man makes a straight line drive, always good things happen. Liz hanging, does get to go. Velma with another big rebound. Outlet to Yvonne as Becky Carter brings the ball up. Kicks it to Yvonne. Oh, almost a turnover right there. Becky Carter to Yvonne with absolutely no one. Beautiful pass.
Oh,
Velma
what a
gets
play
it to
there.
drop. Beautiful action between the two big men from the KPA.
Who needs point guard to give the assist? They can do it on their own.
Another gym
still
coming
there.
alive with Velma almost getting a steal. And you see that's the type of energy required just to get the fans in it.
Yeah, the fans now getting into it. You can see there Velma playing with energy, and the fans always appreciate players who come up with a lot of energy even if they're down. So KPA Dockers have pulled themselves down from the big deficit now, and now they are leading because of the energy and pressure that they have been putting on their opponents all through the game.
Oh. As Melissa misses the first one. It's good to see Kambo also back on the court. The ball rattles and ping pongs around, but doesn't drop. And Natalie quickly the other way. Natalie to Aminata. Aminata looking for options, calling her play. Oh, she anticipated her teammates' movement, didn't happen, and they turned the ball over. Didi Were doesn't get it to drop, and Aminata quickly the other way. Being hounded. Aminata still, Aminata driving. Wow, that was literally her forcing issues. And she gets bailed out by a foul.
Samaseko there trying to move her way through the trees in the Equity Hawks. You can see the fans there putting up the banner. They're trying to end it today, this afternoon.
Aminata Samaseku has just had a good all-round game. Judging by the current body language of the Equity Hawks, they seem to have thrown in the towel.
Just like yesterday, Equity Hawks reached a certain point in the game where their body language was working, and a nice pass in the interior there. Richa running the floor for the Hawks.
Again, being assisted by her fellow post player. What did you say? Who needs point guards?
Yeah, the assists can be given from big to big. Samaseku loses Zukumu. That could have been a highlight play there. Oh, Natalie all alone.
And Natalie getting the assist from Velma. The big men seem to be doing the most in this game.
You have to check the assist column at the end of the game to see how many assists the big men are having this afternoon. KPA Dockers seem to have found the groove, 54-44.
And it was right on cue as the quarter comes to an end.
Now what a way to end the third quarter. A 10-point deficit.
As you see some fans, they are getting prepared for the KPA Ulinzi game.
Yeah.
They are saying that the series is not going to end today and KPA are going to win in 5. Well, we just have about 20 or 30 more minutes and then we'll find out.
Yeah, the men getting prepared for the coming game right here on Okapi Sports Network. We'll bring you the game live. But for now, we'll have to see between the Equity Hawks and the KPA Dockers who will be representing in the finals.
And we are back with the fourth and final quarter of this Game 4 semi-finals. Scoop layup doesn't get it to go, but they maintain possession with 9 seconds on the shot clock, and they turn it over again. Bodies flying all over.
Yvonne hit the ball with her leg there. The referee right on cue.
But you'll have to see the effort, the hustle.
Yeah, Yvonne, of course, plays with a lot of energy, and it is showing on both ends of the floor, defensively and offensively.
Betty Kananu, crossing, turning. Oh! Passing it out to Rita. Rita doesn't get it to go too strong. Ball controlled by Ridwere as Aminata goes to the floor. She must have caught an inadvertent elbow as she's holding her mouth.
She'll have to tough this one out because she's very instrumental in this game. I don't think even the coach will want her out despite getting a hit on her face.
Ooh. Anyway, this is playoff basketball. Velma with the hook shot, doesn't get it to go. And Liz quickly the other way kicks it to Kambua, back to Liz, wide open for the shot, takes it, misses, rebound controlled. Long outlet pass, luckily falls into the hands of Natalie. With all the time in the world, she launches a three and gets it to go, and the gym goes crazy.
What a shot by Natalie there. A lucky catch from Vilma.
Aminata seems to be okay as she was up and down celebrating. And then the moment she sat down, she held her mouth again. Natalie Akinyi out to Becky. Becky sets her feet, launches, doesn't get it to go. It's rebounded by Liz as Liz is off, being guarded by Alima. Tough defense. Liz has nowhere to go. Nice pressure defense by Alima. Gets an option in Kambua, and Melissa wide open. Launches from way deep and doesn't get it to go. But it's chased down.
Kambua misses that trend. It's good to see Kambua back after having injured her ankle earlier on in the game.
Yeah. Ball's out to Velma. Alima, no hesitation, lets it go, doesn't get it to drop. Yvonne chases down the rebound to Velma. Velma, the baseline shot, and gets it to drop. Velma has given KPA some very good minutes today.
Yeah, especially on the defensive end. She has been stopping many balls, and from that, KPA has been benefiting from transition plays, courtesy of the good defense by Velma as she secures yet another rebound.
I think she has given them good minutes on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, very much.
And she looks a bit gassed. Becky with the hesitation, looking to drive, doesn't get it, kicks it out to Halima. Halima with a couple of moves. And the referee's called a 3-second violation. Yes, it is, according to the new rules, you don't have to have the ball in your hands. A 3-second violation can still be called on you.
I'm not a very big fan of that rule, especially if the ball is way out of the paint. So,
yeah, I would say yes and no. Because it forces players to keep moving and to play in motion. I think that's what the FIBA guys they wanted, because it's a rule that has been in the NBA for quite a while. So FIBA just recently adopted it. The KPA Dockers are firmly in the lead. Scores are 59-44. A big shout out to all of our fans who are watching us, to all of our viewers who are watching us from all over the world. As the fans seem to have burst into song, I think they can smell the victory. And if things stand the way they are in 6 minutes and 54 seconds, they'll have a reason to sing even louder. Couple of handoff plays, and the ball is stolen by Aminata. Beautiful defensive play. And she calmly waits for her teammates and sets up her offense. Chantal Kiobe left wide open, launches it. In and out, but Yvonne is right there to clean up and gets it to drop.
Now KPA now running away with it.
Yes. Liz with the drive, flips it up, doesn't get to go. Chantal immediately goes down the other way. Oh, she was looking for the entry pass, it gets deflected. Ball is out to Kambua, and it's deflected by Chantal. Alima getting fancy with it.
We need a replay for that move.
We need to see that again. We need to see that again, especially the fancy footwork by Alima. We didn't get it.
Yesterday's game, she had that celebration. I'm not sure if you remember it.
Yes.
And today she has given us another highlight. Alima Dumbia, the queen of highlights for the KPA Dockers.
Equity Bank look totally out of it. There she goes again. Oh man. Aminata calling out on their play. Ball goes out to Alima. No hesitation. She gets fouled, and Betty Kananu acknowledges and agrees. She sends Alima to the line for 3 free throws.
At this point, the KPA Dockers are now just having fun. They feel like the game is now almost secured, and Equity seem not to be showing convincing signs that they'll rally back.
Yeah, well, with an almost 20-point lead with 5 minutes to go, this seems like as if it is done.
But basketball is a game of miracles, so hopefully for the Hawks, they can pull something off.
If Equity can channel their inner Tracy McGrady, remember Tracy McGrady scored 13 points in 33 seconds.
Yes.
You know, or when Reggie Miller scored 8 points in 9 seconds.
We are waiting to find the Tracy McGrady for the Hawks now.
With Alima calmly sinking 2 as she's on the line for the third one. She calmly sinks all 3 of them. Kambua looking for options. Look at the hustle play by Alima. By Aminata. Alima hangs, scores. And then she gives the fans a salute. Lovely hustle play by Aminata to lead to that layup by Alima. Oh.
And yet another turnover by the Hawks.
As Liz Okumu turned the ball into her shopping bag because she carried it.
And as Chinua Tebe will say, things are falling apart for the Equity Hawks.
Or things have fallen apart.
I think you are still in the process if things go the way they seem. They fell apart and they seem to be continuing to be falling apart.
After the brilliant start by Equity, they seem to have lost the steam along the way.
The confidence levels for the KPA Dockers is now over the roof. They feel they can do anything they want on their home floor. See there the pass to Natalie to sink in the three. And then pass to Velma for the jump shot in the mid-range. Dumbia with yet another drop-off pass. Tulkiobe and Samaseku getting dirty, making sure that Dumbia finishes the layup there. KPA running away with it in the fourth quarter.
They have built a commanding 24-point lead. And it seems like KPA will be getting their revenge from last season. But it's still not over, and Aminata still looking to put the finishing touches. The ball is deflected, and KPA retain possession. Alima with the kick out to Yvonne. Yvonne putting the ball on the floor to Chantal. Chantal to Alima. Alima no hesitation. It doesn't get it to go. The gymnasium would have gone crazy. Yvonne still on cleanup duty. Man, she has worked hard today. She has really worked hard. Scores are 68-44. As Yvonne still piling it on. Rebounded, outlet to Betty. But looking for options. Trying to get the ball to Jemima, but it was intercepted. Alima is off to the races, twisting, turning, and she calmly sets it up. Somebody in the corner. The pass wasn't picture perfect. Aminata, no hesitation, launches it. Cynthia Mayoro with the rebound. Alima with a pull-up J, doesn't get it to drop. Didi Were chases down the rebound. Passes it to Liz, Liz to Betty. Betty looking for options, waiting. Kicks it out to Monin into Didi Were. Didi Were with the scoop attempt. Betty Kanano with the rebound. Out to Monin, to Liz, to Jemima. Jemima looking, driving, pulls up, floater, gets it to drop.
Finally, after a very long drought, the Equity Hawks managed to get something out of that possession.
Yvonne with a shot clock winding down, has to flip it up. Doesn't get it to go. Oh, beautiful cross by Monin. Kick it out. Jemima wide open. Corner three. A bit too high. Passes intercepted. I felt like she should have attempted again.
I think after missing that three-point shot, her confidence went down a bit.
Yeah, but shoot. Cynthia Mayoro with a high jump shot, a bit too strong. Aminata comes up with it somehow. Calmly, corner three, a bit too short. Another offensive rebound, another three-point attempt. Man, KPA are just like as if they are in shooting practice.
You can see Yvonne was standing on the face of Kyobe telling her, just shoot it, we'll get the rebound. But Kyobe came up short on that three-point attempt. Oh, nice move there.
Move there by Didi Were.
Oh.
As KPA call a timeout.
A nice spin move by Were.
I think that somewhere along the line, Equity ran out of ideas and energy. Val Kemunto maybe fouling out also has played a role in getting them to where they are. You know, once you're one of the more dependable players or you play heavy minutes and then for whatever reason you can't play, it kind of disorients your team. We saw it happening with the KPA Dockers with the men after Bramwell Muchina went down in game 1. Aminata out to Alima. Alima with a beautiful entry pass and she gets fouled by Didi Were. Scores are 69-48. Stay tuned because in a few minutes we'll be bringing you the second game of our double header between the KPA Dockers and Ulinzi Warriors. Skip pass to Alima. Alima trying to put the moves on Jamima. Pull up 3. In, a bit too strong. Jamima with the outlet. Didi Were again had no idea where the rim was and she was all alone. Rita with the miss after she collected her own rebound. With under a minute left to go, it's safe to say this is over and done with.
Oh, nice pass by Samaseku. Wandago loses the defender.
Rachel Wandago, aka Mukata Umeme. Nice hesitation. Nice hustle play by Chantal. And they will hold. Oh, they're still trying to get one last attempt off. Alima.
And she's really looking for that 3-point shot, Alima Dumbia, but it seems to not be falling. And yet another miss. I think she'll be very disappointed in her shooting statistics once the game is over because she's searching for a shot that is not falling at all.
Or maybe she's just trying to build some momentum for the upcoming series.
Either way, the series seems to be secured for the KPA Dockers.
Equity Hawks will dribble it out, and that brings us to the end of this series. KPA take the series 3-1. After falling in the first game, they went back to the drawing board and they have got it right with 3 convincing wins. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll be right back with the second game of our doubleheader.